Hey folks, I'll tell you what's going on. We're in a little bit of a rush this morning. We're catching a boat. We've got a boat to catch. We're going out to some small islands. But before we go there, we've got to go to Samet, and that's where we'll get the boat to go to the small islands. Anyway, we got here just in time. We almost missed the whole thing. It's a one-day tour. I'll give you some details in a minute, but first, we got to go catch this boat. We're at Nun Tip Pier in Pattaya, and this generally where one of the piers, you can catch a boat to go to Samet. That's what we have to do. Like I said, we're in a little bit of a hurry, so in light of that, we've got to take a hurried boat or a speed boat. So we'll go find out what that's going to be. And boy, it's a lot of people for a speedboat. So we made it to Samet. I got a little bit of time here to catch up. We thought that the one-day island tour adventure package left from Pattaya, and it kind of does, but you have to go to Samet first. So we're here waiting to change boats. The pier here, at the main pier here at Samet, will be our launching point at around 12 o'clock, but they want us there at 11:40. So they have an office, a little tour desk for this at the pier in Pattaya, and they also have one here at Samet. So we're gonna look around. We got about an hour to kill. Maybe we'll grab something to eat, a little bite to eat, but Lon says she thinks there's food on this tour package as well. I'm not sure. There's a little place up here we can just go and grab something to eat real quick and kill some time waiting for our adventure to start. I'll tell you at the end how much everything, because it's all kind of segmented, compartmentalized with each little fee, but I'll add it all up at the end. We'll see what this costs per person and see if it's worth it.
So I had a quick bite to eat here. Actually, in hindsight, this was very smart. Although there is food on the trip, you burn a lot of calories. You're going to need your energy. It's a long day. We just had a little light Thai breakfast there. Lon got some rice porridge. I did notice they had pizza, though. And there was a lady back there. She's flinging the pizza, though. Turns out that was for the table next to us. And boy, when that pizza came out, I was kind of sorry that I didn't order that.
Wow. That looks very good. I love that crust. Enjoy. All right, so we've eaten. Good lunch. Actually, rather inexpensive for Samet as well. I mean, we each had like breakfast for about $5, like 180 baht. It's pretty good for island prices anyway. We're going to leave this island and go to about, I think 5, maybe 6 small islands. We got about 100-meter walk from the pier here at Samet down to catch our boat. I guess we're just going to shove off right from the beach here. I've never been to this beach. Just right around the corner from the ferry, but a lot of nice shade trees. Kind of cool back here. I think from the shore here, you can actually see some of these little islands that we're visiting. They're way kind of on the horizon. I'll zoom in on them. Anyway, just waiting, I guess, for a couple more people. Looks like a small group. She said 8 to 12 people, so we'll see what that is. And then we'll shove off. They just gave me a trip information sheet. The first stop is going to be Kotalo. That's the one we're really interested in. That's where we set off to go today. All the other ones are kind of like a bonus because we found this tour package. But relax, play, and enjoy the water at Kotalo Beach. That's where we're off to. Kotalo, kind of a rocky coast on this one, but she says there is a beach on the other side.
Oh, yes.
So we'll just hang out here and look at the little fish. These are the same kind of fish that I catch on the beach where we live. You see them swimming in the water. The water's very clear here. Anyway, we'll hang out here with the rocks, and then we'll go over to the other side with the beach. So arriving on Kotalo, another small fee to pay. I'm going to go over all the fees, break everything down at the end, and we'll go through the whole thing. By the way, I think this is the last one, though. But anyway, we'll do that at the end. But you pay your fee, you get your ticket, and then we're going to, it's about 12:45. It was a rough road out here on that boat. I shut up in the bow of the boat and kept pitching up and down. I think it would have been better back on the stern. Anyway, we have like 45 minutes of free time to explore. There's a viewpoint. I think Lon's going up there. I'm just going to stay down here on the beach and see what's good. Then at 1:30, there's supposed to be a lunch, and that's included with the tour as well. So we'll see what that is. And then at 2 o'clock, we will leave here and go to our next place. It's all rather regimented. So anyway, at least you know what's going on. I think they have this planned. I don't think you need any longer than about an hour here. Anyway.
Hey, pretty baby, am I in your way? 'Cause you walked out so fast yesterday. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. So tell me what you want, tell me how you want it. Tell me all the reasons that you're running away. I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, no, no. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you, yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you, yeah.
All right, we'll see what's in the lunch basket. A little picnic here. We got a little crock with a plate. I think there's a fork or spoon in there. Looks like egg fried rice, a couple hot dogs, some cucumber. There's packs of crackers. There's red Kool-Aid, and of course pineapple and watermelon. So we'll have a little picnic here. I'm glad to have anything out here. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. These aren't the kind of islands where you're going to have restaurants and resorts and all that. These are kind of just like little national park islands. There's a beach and a couple chairs and tables, and that's it.
So prior to lunch, Lon ventured up to the viewpoint with one of the tour guides here. That's kind of what everybody was supposed to do, but it wasn't mandatory. I had the foresight to glance at the topography of the island and decide that it's going to be some rough going and steep, walking steps. And I just thought when you get up there, I didn't know that the payoff would be worth the effort. But anyway, she went up there, and as I suspected, it's a view. I guess it's a decent view, but I don't know. I think I enjoyed myself more at the beach. But there you go. You can just look out there, look off the sheer rock face where we pulled up to the island and go visit the official viewpoint. But anyway, we'll get ready to leave here and go somewhere else.
So the next stop, Kotalo, Bat Island. I don't know, maybe Batman will be there. This was only the first stop of like 5 or 6.
Right, so the next official stop at land will be the Bat Island. But what they didn't tell me is first we've got a stop to make where we're just going to snorkel, and that's right off the coast here at Kotalo. But very good snorkeling spot. We'll take a quick look at that before we go to the Bat Island.
Let's fall deep down in love.
A little snorkeling stop. Millions of small fish down there. And then you go to grab them and they swim away real quick. They just stop a inch away from your face. They don't think you're going to grab them. It's interesting. There's coral down there. There's everything. But I think we're going to another island next. The Bat Island. Ani Kolai. Kung Kao. That's the Bat Island. We were supposed to be there an hour ago, but we stopped to snorkel. It's all you can do here. That all these islands have a protected area around them. They have a rope with some buoys, so you can't really get a boat close there to do a shore landing. But you can swim in that area, but they just won't want anybody, really traipsing around in there, especially with boats pulling up in there and things like that. There's coral and all sorts. I didn't eat my crackers for lunch, and I fed them to the fish. I don't know, but you don't have to snorkel. You can just sit on the boat, or you can just go in and float around and swim with your life jacket, or they have a little flotation thing. You can do that as well. Here, there's some different fish. There's some bigger fish here, more interesting. I guess this is our next port of call. I think the same island we were at with all the fish that we were feeding, but this is the beach side. A lot of these seem like they have a rocky, flat face side and then a beach side. This is Kokodi. I just kept my life jacket on. It's probably not supposed to do that, but we're on and off the boat so much. It's just going to be a permanent fixture. Very small beach here, little park. The water looked the little water doesn't look as clear as the last place. I think it's just the light on it because it's getting late in the afternoon. So, they got a big ball you can swing on. I think we at least got one more island left. It's getting close to 4 o'clock, which means we got to get back to Samet by like 4:30 to catch. I think the last boat is at 5 o'clock. So I think it's supposed to be 2 more islands. We might only have time for 1 more. I guess that just depends on how long you stay at each place. I guess every day is different. My face looks red. It wasn't red a couple hours ago. This one we can't even go to because I think it's off limits for the coral or something like that. But Kopladi. Anyway, I think that's the last one. The sea is all of a sudden very calm, so it should be a good ride back. Not the last one. This is the last one. Kokam. It's like a very small island, but they do have a little beach here. I like the ones we can actually get out and go on the beach instead of just snorkel around. I don't know. Just gives me a more satisfying feeling of arriving. This is more of the type of island. I don't know if you were like shipwrecked on an island. This is like that stereotypical type of tropical island. I think that's Mrs. Howell behind me. Anyway, very small one here. Not many people. I think there's a lot of these trips. Not every tour group stops at every island. So it just depends. And there's probably ones we didn't stop at. Some of them might be strictly for snorkeling or whatever. It seemed like most of them did stop at the first one, the Kotalo. So that's the most popular one. Also probably the biggest one, and maybe the one with the best snorkeling. So maybe that's just a standalone trip right there. Anyway, we'll get ready to head back, and then we'll tally all this up, and I'll tell you what everything costs. We'll decide if it's worth it, and maybe things you want to consider, and maybe things you want to bring on this trip if you decide to go. So after the last island, we made a beeline to Samet. We got back about 10 till 5, just in time to catch our ferry back to Bonpei. From there, it was about a 35-40 minute ferry ride to Bonpei, and then we were just a quick motorbike ride back home where we started from. We left home yesterday about 9 a.m. We got home about 6 p.m. We were both knackered, so I'm doing this the next day. But anyway, how much did this cost? What are all the fees, and is it worth it? The tour company we used, Sherboya Tours, very good service. They take pictures of the whole thing and then give you a link where you can get them the next day. So that's what I'm about to do. I'll go find those pictures. We'll see what they are. There's two ways to actually do this. The way we did it first, we took the motorbike to Bonpei. We parked there. It's 50 baht for the parking there. You can buy your ticket for the tour right there at the non-tip pier in Bonpei. That's 700 baht per person. Then you have to separately purchase your transit to Koh Samet. We were in a hurry, so we got the speedboat. That's 200 baht a person on the speedboat. If you're on time and you can take the ferry, it's only 50 baht a person. But we took the speedboat, 200 baht a person there, and then 50 baht a person for the return trip on the regular ferry. So we're at 50 baht for parking. We're at 250 per person for the trip to Koh Samet. That's 300, and 700 baht for the ticket for the tour. So we're at 1,000 baht. The only other thing there is to pay is 100 baht for a park admission if you're a foreigner, no fee for Thais, if you're a foreigner at Kotalo. So now it's 1,100 baht. It's still about $35, under $40 for the entire day. That does include lunch, all the activities. You're on and off boats all day. I think well worth it. I think a fantastic trip. Now, the second way, if you're already on Koh Samet, a lot of people go to Koh Samet for 1, 2, 3 days. If you're there, just go down to the ferry terminal and find the little desk right there next to the 7-Eleven and buy the ticket for 700 baht if you're there anyway. That's a good way to do it, and then you don't have quite as long a day as we did. But anyway, I think well worth it. There you go.
One thing I forgot to mention, there's always one more thing, isn't there? But one thing I forgot to mention, you do have to pay the entrance fee to Koh Samet. That's 200 baht if you're a foreigner. That's 40 if you're Thai. If you're already on Koh Samet, then no need to pay that. But all in for me, my total of per person, Lon's was less. Mine was about $41, came out to 1,400 baht. So I think that's a good value. It's good value. I recommend the trip. I recommend Sherboya Tours. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Something else next time. But for this one, got to go ahead and leave it off right here.
And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.